Hi, my name is Steve Wright. I'm the product manager for Quantum's DXi family of deduplicating backup storage devices, and I'd just like to take a little bit of time and talk about our new feature called Secure Snapshot. Secure Snapshot allows you to take data that you backed up to a DXi and create a snapshot of a point in time that you can recover to. But that snapshot is protected from malicious actors and can't be changed or deleted, which means in case of a ransomware attack, your data is protected and can be restored. Now, this isn't going to be a PowerPoint presentation, but let's just take a moment and talk about what Secure Snapshot does and how it does it. Now, Secure Snapshot takes any kind of a DXi deduplicated share and makes an immutable snapshot. What that means is that the data on from that snapshot can't be deleted or changed through any normal GUI or share operation. So if you do have a ransomware attack and you need to restore, they may have gotten into your environment, but they can't have affected that backup. So you can recover your systems to the point they were when the Secure Snapshot was created. Now, Secure Snapshots also protect your recovery point objectives so that you can restore whatever version of data you need. So just like with the snapshots that protect you from ransomware, you can have a different snapshot from every day for the last 30 days, whatever. So you can go to any day from the last month and restore the data as it was on that day. Now, for greater protection, you can also secure snapshots on a replication DXi. So if you're replicating between two DXIs, whether it's a V5000 and a physical or any mix of DXIs, you can put secure snapshots on both sides of that replication, just doubling your protection and giving any malicious actor two different systems they have to get into. Now, secure snapshots are enabled at the server level, but configured at the share level, so it only runs against selected shares. So what that means is you turn on secure snapshots for the server, you set up a schedule for them, and the secure snapshots only run against the selected shares that you want them to. And secure snapshot is a free feature of DXi. There's just no reason not to use it. Now, there's a few steps to set up. As I mentioned, you have to enable Secure Snapshot for each DXi server, and I'll show that in just a minute, or both servers, of course, if replicating. You need to set up a schedule on both systems, replicating again, do it on both sides of the replication, and enable the original and target shares for Secure Snapshot. Again, it might not be all your shares, it might just be certain ones. Just like with replication, you might replicate some shares and not others. You might set up Secure Snapshot for some shares and not others. Now, if you have any questions after watching this video on Secure Snapshot or anything else about DXi, please check out our community forum at forumv.co, and yes, that's .co, not .com. Now, let's take a look at how this works. So what we have here is a clean server. I haven't set up Secure Snapshot on it, just have a few shares on it, writing some data, receiving some data, and so forth. So first thing we do is we need to configure the time server. That's a must because secure snapshots are time-based. So go into configuration, go into system, go into date and time. At this point, if you have an NTP server set up, you can use it. I'm just going to use an openly available one, just the US pool. This was actually already set up, but that's right. And of course here you can set up what time zone you want to be in. I'm going to change that from UTC to Denver, which is America, and then look for Denver. Choose whatever city you're in for your time zone. I'll apply that. And since I changed it, it's going to make me reboot. I'm going to defer that reboot right now. I'll do that shortly. But I want to go ahead and configure the rest here. Okay, so it's been saved. Haven't done a reboot yet. Hit OK there. Okay, I'm still under configuration. And I want to go to Secure Snapshots. And I want to enable snapshots, Secure Snapshots. Now this is also where I'd go if I'd had an issue in my environment. I would come here and maybe pause deletion of all my Secure Snapshots. Now, both of these are server-wide. Once I enable Secure Snapshots and start doing Secure Snapshots, I can't disable this until they're all cleared, and they'll have to be cleared out through time. It's the only way to clear a Secure Snapshot. But I can pause deletion, and this pauses deletion of every Secure Snapshot. So if you're worried that something might have happened, say over the weekend, you don't keep your Secure Snapshots for very long and it's Monday, You can come in here, just pause deletion of all secure snapshots for 3 or 4 days or however long you think it'll take you to sort things out, and no secure snapshots will be deleted, which means regardless of your normal data retention, you'll still have those secure snapshots for that number of days past when they would normally be deleted. I'll hit apply. Now I'm going to go ahead and reboot my system, and I'll pause the recording, of course, no need for you to watch that. Okay, the system is rebooted. I've logged back into it. The next thing I want to do is look at how I have my shares configured. So this is the share I've been using the most. I'm going to click on this to edit it. And this is where I enable secure snapshots. In this case, it was already enabled. I can set my snapshot retention to be whatever I want. 10 days, 15 days, whatever, or 900 days for that matter. And it's going to keep that data, at least the blocks of data it needs to keep to be able to restore. So now that I've done this, don't need to apply. I can just cancel out of here. Now, if I look in secure snapshots right now, I can see there's nothing here right now. I haven't done any secure snapshots yet. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule secure snapshots. Now, there is only one schedule for secure snapshots, so every share that I have set for a secure snapshot is going to happen at the same time. So go into scheduler. Now, we don't have a secure snapshot now button yet. We will. I could go into the CLI or the command line interface and just go ahead and put in a secure snapshot command. I'm going to go ahead and put one in here, and I'll just basically do it for right now. So I come over to here, I drag and drop an area, and I'm going to have this run every day. And I'm going to start it at 8 o'clock because it's almost 8 o'clock. Start it today and all the shares, and I'm going to say repeat that every day and repeat it forever. I have various choices. I could set a date. I'm going to say forever on that and apply it. And then since that's just a few minutes away, I'm just going to click pause and we'll jump back in a few minutes. Okay, now that my secure snapshot is run, I come up here to secure snapshots and I can see a snapshot list. The one that I'm most interested in is this one here. And you can see there's now a snapshot there. I have the option of extending the retention, meaning, I'm kind of worried about something that happened. I want to keep this a little longer than I originally had planned. I can also recover it, which means that I can recover it to whatever share name I want. So let's do a demonstration of how that works. So now I've mounted this share on my computer. I'm going to do something that we normally recommend you don't do. I'm just going to edit a small text file directly on my server here. And let's call it test.txt. The reason I'm going to do this is I'm going to just edit a small thing about this and create a secure snapshot. I'll just put in a number. I'll put in the number 1 to begin with. I'm not going to change the name of the file, just the contents. I'll save it. Just make this a little easier. So now I got that on the left side. Here the file is on the right side. Now I do have a window open so that I can run commands from the CLI. So I'm going to go ahead and run secure snapshot commands here. And if you care, this is the command that I'm running here. This is all in our manual, by the way. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to change this to a 2. Hit save. And create another secure snapshot. I'm going to do the same thing 3 more times. So I have 4 different versions of the exact same file, but with the number incremented up once each time, and I'll do a secure snapshot every time. And I'll just jump forward to when I have that done. Okay, now that we're back in our server, let's just do a refresh here and let's see how many versions of secure snapshot we have. Here's the last 4 that I did. I'm just going to go ahead and go through and mount all 4 of these for recovery. What I'm doing here is I'm going to each one of these and setting it up as its own share that I can then mount on my PC and work with. So basically, I'm going to have 4 different shares mounted to my system, each with a different version of the file with the same name. It only appears once in the share that I backed up to, but I have 4 different versions of it, and that could be 4 versions, 6 versions, 10 versions. Those versions could be a year old or a week old or whatever you want. So I'm going to go ahead and jump forward to when I have these all in place. And of course, the most critical thing is that no matter how many versions of the file I have, it won't be deleted until it times out. Even if the backup program tried to delete it, even if somebody went in and tried to delete it from the share itself, that image or that point in time backup is safe until it times out. Okay, now if we look in configuration and look at the shares I have available, I'm going to see each one of those test text shares available 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I did this right, we should see a different version of that file in each and every one of them. Let's go mount them and take a look. Okay, now if we look down here, I have 4 mounts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's just take a look at that test.txt file in each of them. In this one, it says 1. I'll go to 2. Go to 3. On 3. And on 4. So you can see I have 4 different versions of the same file. It only really shows up as one replicated share though, because I can now delete those recovery shares and I still have the original Secure Snapshot images. So that's how Secure Snapshot works. So thank you for your time, and I hope you'll check out some of our other DXi videos.